If you are watching this, I'm pretty sure you are a man going your own way, or at least someone with a bit of common sense. Either way, chances are you acknowledge that something is not quite right in today's world. There are indeed contradictions everywhere, and the Matrix looks like a confusing program. Well, that's obvious, yet it's not useful to surrender and accept what this program wants for you as a man, namely being a tax slave, a docile citizen, and a woman worshipper. Contrary to modern ideologies, the masculine imperative is building, whether it is a career, a house, his own body, his income, you name it. In contrast, modern times want men to forget their fighting spirit by means of the educational and judicial systems, yet want them to fulfill their provider role. Schools are not designed to help men connect with their inner power, and women are told they're powerful and also need laws to operate in their favor. Today, I will be addressing a controversial issue, male disposability, and this video will surely destroy all the lies you've been fed about the male privilege. Stay tuned because this is one of the biggest eye-openers you can show to modern women. But before we go deeper, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to JJY, he said, "Yes, you got it there in the first minute, social programming. Being now a big toe, I reflected on the reason for my continuous and repeated stupidity, and you nailed it in one. Social programming. It took me until 65 to understand the behavior of teenagers and worked 40 years with them, and by association, self-reflection made me realize that their behavior reflected the crap on TV, and same with me. Romance, pure girls, etc. What a lot of crap, but better now than never." Man, you're absolutely right. Social programming is the root problem, and I'm glad you realized that. I'm pretty sure your work experience has taught you a lot. I hope many men raise their awareness and don't get caught in the society's narratives. Please, JJY, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I will pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Now, back to the video. Humans have always thought in terms of women and children first. Just take a look at the headlines and ads on humanitarian projects. That has not changed at all. The 93% workplace death gap proves this, if only because there's nobody with any kind of importance or power who's interested in changing it at all. Men's injuries on the job had gone down because the economic downturn had put so many men out of work in the resource sector that there just weren't as many trees or pieces of heavy equipment falling on men as there had been before. And yet, this was framed as a huge problem for women that required immediate action to solve. It's like if men aren't dying at work at 20 times the rate that women are, we must be doing something wrong as a society. And let me clarify, these stats don't even include men dying in war. Seriously, even today, society fully expects that if it comes down to a man and a woman in a burning building and you can only save one, the expectation is that you choose the woman every single time. So really, whose humanity are we placing above whose here? I'm not talking about going to work, getting an education, freedom to decide what you want to be in life, or opening a bank account. I'm not talking about getting to take Taekwondo. Society is talking about seats in lifeboats here. The person in the lifeboat is going to survive, no matter how capable or incapable they are of managing their own life, and the person going down with the ship is going to die, no matter how independent, self-sufficient, and awesome he is. That's the equation, one life more valuable than another, and the woman wins every time. Is there any argument anywhere that women's humanity has always been held in higher regard by society than men's? To be important to society, a woman merely has to be. A man, on the other hand, has to do in order for his life to have any meaning to anyone other than himself. That's why multiple men put women on a pedestal and admire how selective these women are and overanalyze what they do. Society turns men from human beings to human doings. I really think that's a telling metaphor. We measure a man's worthiness to wear the title of man and therefore the title of human through how useful he is, either to society or to women, and one of the most useful things a man can do even now in the eyes of society is to put women and children before himself. That's why MGTOW is the solution to many of the problems of the men of today. While I do think there are plenty of arguments that this attitude is at least partly innate, the way most survival traits are, even collective ones, if it starts in the chromosomes, we really do everything we can as a society to reinforce this dynamic. Studies have shown that even though baby boys tend to cry and fuss more than baby girls, parents are quicker to attend to or console a baby girl than they are a baby boy. Yes, the boy must man up and be strong, while the girl can be weak and get unconditional protection. Even just the level of acceptance of infant male circumcision in our culture. When female genital mutilation was banned pretty much the first afternoon, we all heard it existed. Really says a lot about the differing expectations we have for males and females. This doesn't mean I encourage men to follow the connect with your feminine side narrative. What I encourage men to do is being stoic, emotionally intelligent, and go within. In times of easy, fast, and cheap dopamine, being a disciplined man is difficult, yet the rewards are absolutely beautiful. One of these rewards is simply freedom from ideas that don't benefit you as a man, such as worshipping women for having certain assets. However, society teaches men to suck it up, and internally they end up feeling that their emotions such as fear and pain don't matter. They're told to do the work regardless of how they feel, as if they were mere robots. And let's not forget that men are told to wait for their turn to get with women. In contrast, baby girls get the idea that they're inherently important just for being girls. We're preparing her for the day she has to think of her own safety first, even if it means the man she loves is left standing alone with a rifle in front of a cabin. We're preparing her to take that seat in the lifeboat. We're training her to not allow guilt or empathy or acknowledgement of man's humanity or any sense that he might deserve it more, to convince her to give her seat to him. Because for millennia, the human species absolutely depended on her feeling 100% entitled to that seat. We teach them to let us know when they're afraid or in pain because it's important for us to know when they're sick or in danger or hurt, so we can do something about it. We teach them that when they're sad or lonely to summon comfort, and comfort will be there. We teach them that they're important. Their needs and well-being, both emotional and physical, are important just because. And men have to man up and perform no matter what. Modern women who subscribe to liberal narratives didn't get equality, but more rights than men. You know, I refer the patriarchy smashers, the anti-system who ended up giving more power to the system, aka the government. Those righteous avengers of equality, dogged dismantlers of every single gender role. What exactly are these women doing to dismantle this traditional role of the disposable male? Oh, I guess they're conservative when it comes to this last bit. All the advancements have reinforced the idea that women deserve protection, provision, support, and the like because they're women. In its collective dismissal and abandonment of male victims of domestic violence, it only reinforces in men that it's pointless to ask for help, because men's needs are of no relevance, and their fear and pain don't mean anything to anyone. Feminism teaches us to put women's needs at the forefront of every single issue, political or social. Whether that issue is domestic violence, law, social safety net, education funding, homeless shelters, government funding for shovel-ready jobs, jobs that didn't stay shovel-ready once women got wind of them. All in all, it's obvious that male disposability is not gone, and women are considered more important just for being women. Back in the day, women needed to be protected because a tribe with no women would be doomed to disappear. That's just how nature is. But today's women hardly want to have children, or, if they do, they tend to be hitting the wall after sleeping around, which many men find attractive for lustful purposes, but not for long-term relationships, let alone marriage. Now it's your turn. What do you think? What do you think about women wanting to break all the gender roles except the male disposability? Have you ever felt like women treated you as a disposable object? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe buttons, comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.